have a story. I have a story today. It's called... What's this? Ladybug. That's right, it's a ladybug. Is this a happy ladybug?
No!
No, it's an angry ladybug.
No!
Why is it angry?
No!
It's angry. It's an angry ladybug. Yes. This story is called The Grouchy Ladybug. It was nighttime, and the fireflies danced around the moon. Came up came the sun, and a very friendly ladybug flew in from the left, and a grouchy or angry ladybug flew in from the right. They saw a leaf with little aphids on it, and they stopped to have some breakfast. Go away! These are my aphids. Or, do you want to fight? And the friendly ladybug said, okay, let's fight. And she looked at the grouchy ladybug right in the eyes. And the grouchy ladybug said, you're not big enough! You're not big enough! And she backed away. And the friendly ladybug said, well, go find somebody who is big enough. And the grouchy ladybug said, okay, I'll do that. And she flew away. What comes after 5 o'clock? 6 o'clock, good. 6 o'clock in the morning, the grouchy ladybug met a... It's like a bee, it's called a yellow jacket. Yellow jacket. Binsu, do you know what a yellow jacket is?
Yes!
That's a yellow jacket. And the grouchy ladybug said, hey you! Wanna fight? And the yellow jacket said, okay, let's fight. And the grouchy ladybug said, you're not big enough! And she flew away. Stag beetle. Stag beetle. And the grouchy ladybug said to the stag beetle, hey you! Wanna fight? And the stag beetle said, okay, let's fight. And the grouchy ladybug said, you're not big enough! What's that? What's that called? A praying mantis. Yeah, do you know mantis, like a Kung Fu Panda. And what did she say to the praying mantis? Hey you! Wanna fight? And the praying mantis said, okay, let's fight.
No!
The grouchy ladybug said, you're not big enough! And she flew away. Sparrow. And at 10 o'clock? 9 o'clock. Ah, thank you. At 9 o'clock, she saw a sparrow. And she said to the sparrow, hey you! Wanna fight? And the sparrow said, okay, let's fight. And the grouchy ladybug said, you're not big enough! You're not big enough! And she flew away. What do you think is next? What's bigger than a lobster?
Spider.
I'll give you a hint. It's a mammal. It's black with a white stripe, and it's very stinky. Skunk, very good. It's a skunk. And she said to the skunk, hey you, wanna fight? And the skunk said, okay, let's fight. And the grouchy ladybug looked at the skunk's butt and said, you're not big enough. And she flew away. And you got a boa constrictor. It's a boa constrictor. It's like a cousin of the anaconda, but it's a little bit smaller. And he said to the boa constrictor, hey you, wanna fight? And the boa constrictor said, if you insist. Right after I finish my lunch. First I want to eat lunch, Sam. What is the boa constrictor going to eat for lunch? A squirrel. Very good. And the grouchy ladybug said, oh, flew away. She said, "Hey you, want to fight?" And the gorilla said, "Okay." And she said, "You're not big enough." And she flew away. What's bigger than a gorilla? It has a horn on its nose. That's right. Rhinoceros. Yeah, she said to the rhinoceros, look at her, how little she is. She said, "Hey you, want to fight?" And the rhinoceros said, "Okay, let's fight." "Hey you, want to fight?" And the elephant said, "Okay, let's fight." And he showed his big tusks and his long trunk. And then the Grouchy Ladybug said, "You're not big enough." And she flew on. What's bigger than an elephant? A giant blue whale. And she said to the whale, she said, "Hey you, want to fight?" And the whale's tail went and slapped her all the way across the sea and the land, until she came back to the leaf where she started. And the friendly ladybug said, "Oh, hello again. You look very hungry. There's still some aphids left. Would you like to have some dinner?" And the wet, tired, hungry ladybug said, "Thank you." And she ate. And after dinner, the ladybugs were tired and they went to sleep. And the leaf said, "Thank you." And the ladybug said, "You're welcome." And the fireflies came out and danced around the moon. The end.